YouTube, what's happening? It is Wednesday, August 21st, and as you can see, we got a full slate of baseball to break down today. Now, I know the first thing you're looking at is, JD, you had a bad day yesterday. Yeah, technically I did have a bad day, but my bankroll had an amazing day yesterday. You're probably saying, what do you mean? Well, let me show you what I mean, because yesterday I told you, drop some stuff in the comments. I want to tell some things because, you know, it's baseball. Who knows what happens sometimes? Well, I told S. Dot here, and he said, hey, Judge Soto home runs, the bats will be back. And I was like, you know, I got a nerfy, I got the under, but guess what? Whatever, sounds good. Why not? I'll ride. And sure enough, I rode plus 1,400 back into the bankroll. Bankroll thanked me because it was bleeding last night because of some of these plays, because people didn't want to do their job. So, hey, we take those. Now, another one, a member jumped into Discord last night and said, hey, I'm doing this little 4-game strikeout parlay. 1,200. It hit last night. I didn't tell this one. I probably should have. It would have been even better day if I did. But guess what? That's what I like to see. It's not all about just me giving out the plays. We're a team here. We keep dropping stuff for each other. Stats. I can't look at every stat. I overlook things. Sometimes I overanalyze things too. It just happens around here. So teamwork's a dream work, baby. As long as we can all be green, that's all that matters to me. So I appreciate people like here that do stuff like that. If you want to drop plays, I'm not going to tell everything. Some people might tell. Like 2 days ago, we had that home run for Sager, and like 14 people tailed it. That was crazy. So that's what I like to see. We work together. We try to win. That's the main goal here. So today, let's try to do that again. Today, hopefully, maybe I can help you win because yesterday was not the day. So 15 plays to talk about. Drop a like and subscribe. Let's jump to that first game right now. First up, we got Baltimore in New York. The Mets are a slight favorite. 8.5 is your total. Looking over at the weather, since we are in New York, it's going to be pretty nice. Nothing to worry about there. Looking at the information, 60% earthy based on what they've done this year. 5.3, 211 for Baltimore in their last 3. That's 4th and 18th somehow. And the Mets are 3.7 and 208. That's 13th and 19th. Strikeouts, New Mexico? What? New York is striking out a ton. I got college football in the mind too much. So New York is striking out a ton right now, 12.3. Let's look over at this information. We got Cole Irvin is starting today. He's back, baby. He's back. He's pitching for Baltimore. They didn't even put the right logo behind him. See? And then we got Manaea going out there. Irvin had 2 starts in AAA, and apparently his ERA there, according to Twitter, is not looking good. It was like 4.05. That ain't good. So welcome back to the majors, buddy. So, and then we got Manaea going out there, who's given up 3 runs his last couple games. Before that, a gem against St. Louis. Has not pitched against Balti here recently, but you can see he's up or down. He's either going to give up 3 or 4 runs, or he's just going to shut you down. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Let's dig into the props a little bit. So only one I have is Manaea because there's nobody knows who Irvin is apparently. So I have Manaea. We can look at history here. Not much history. So against lefties, Baltimore, some are great. Adley, Mountcastle. Yeah, the rest, not too good. So that ain't good for Baltimore at all. So we have an iffy pitcher. We have an iffy history against lefties for Baltimore. And yeah, New York's going to be a play most likely today. And today we're going to have a little more fun. We're going to, you know, instead of just have everything straight bets, you know what? This is baseball. This is betting. This is for entertainment. I like to do fun stuff. You know, it's obviously to win money too, but for me, betting's fun. People that stress out betting, I don't get those people. Like if it's stressing you out, why do it? Or just get better at it? I don't know. So we just have fun with it. That's what you should do. Be rooting for the games, rooting for things to happen. And see, none of that stuff right there I just showed you is going to happen. That's ugly. All that's ugly, nasty, disgusting. So let's look at props. Gunner. Yeah, Gunner gets Manaea. See, his average was not that good, I don't believe. What was Gunner's history? Gunner. There he is. Nothing. Against lefties. He has a 264 this year with 8 homers with an 882 OPS. I mean, it's okay. So, okay. I don't like any of those. All right, so for this one, I'm going to take the Mets for sure. I trust Manaea more than I trust Cole Irvin. Just going to say that. I don't like the fact that Baltimore's bats struggle against lefties. I like that. So we're going to take New York Mets to the money line for sure. I'm not liking the total. It's what, 9.5? 8.5. Yeah, I don't know if the bats are good enough. Yeah, we'll just take the Mets to the money line. Keep it simple today. Mets money line, win the game. Move on to the next one. All right, next up we got Boston and Houston. Houston's a slight to moderate favorite at home, 8.5 is your total. They're in a dome, no worries about weather. 49% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. Both teams 4 runs a game. Boston 248 average, Houston 269, both in the last 3. That's 9th and 5th in the majors. So they're top 10 offenses, but there's no real difference between them. The only thing that stands out here is Boston. They strike out a ton. This is what they do. Houston, only 8 for 14th. So we do want to see the pitchers. Boston has Cooper Criswell going out there. Problem with this guy, because the numbers look, yeah, Baltimore roughed him up pretty good last time. Yes. But outside of that, the numbers are good. But the thing we need to look at is his innings, because he went 6, 7, 1, 3, 2.23. He's not your traditional went starter, got hurt, came back down, and worked my way back up. He's just all over the place with his innings, so that makes it really hard to look at props with this guy. Now, Verlander, we know what Verlander's going to do. It's pretty simple. You know, Verlander has been pitching forever. So, only thing is he got 7 hits and 2 or 4 earned against his last 2 teams, only got 3 and 4 strikeouts. Today, Boston strikes out a ton, so we'll see. Let's look at that prop. So we right into it. There's only one prop to take, and it's strikeouts. It's 4.5. The number's 174. I'm gonna take it. It's Verlander. Yeah, he struck out 9 a couple times, 2 games before that. Yeah, this is Verlander. Show me what you can do. It's Boston. Have fun. You got a great matchup for strikeouts. Please strike out at least 5 Boston Red Sox. So Cooper, we can look at. Let me show you the rest of the stuff real quick. Devers is 1 for 8 for the home run and a 50% strikeout rate. So that is helpful. That helps out a lot. So outside of that, there's not many details. The righties like for Boston are pretty good. Or lefties, both sides of the plate's good. So nothing stands out. So we will take the strikeout prop here for sure. Now Cooper, it's going to be hard because 1, there's no info on him because he's never faced him. 2, Houston's, again, they're not as good as Boston, but they're decent against righties. A lot of 200s. There's a 100, but he doesn't play much. So, and Diaz is 308. You can see the numbers. The only thing is we don't know how many innings he's going to pitch, so it makes it really hard to judge strikeouts, hits, earned runs, and walks. And they're all over the place as it is anyway. So, nah, we're going to leave that alone. And on top of it, let's look at the bats. Bregman, Yoshida, Diaz, Pena. After last night, I think 1 out of like 8 batter props hit. So I think I might chill a little bit on the batter props today. Just take me a little breather from them for a second. I need to see some actual like concrete data. So today I'm going to do 2 things in this one. I'm taking Verlander over 4.5 Ks. And I was going to put them in the money line parlay, but no, let's just take Verlander 4.5 strikeouts. That's all we're going to do in this one. Next game. Pittsburgh and Texas is next. And I've already looked through this game and you can see my face, my reaction to this game right here. So let's talk about it. 8.5 is your total. Texas is a 160 favorite. They're in a dome because it's Texas. No worries. 59% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. Numbers are about equal. They're both at 3.3 runs a game for 15th. 190 versus 208. Advantage Texas in the average. Both of them are not good. And strikeouts, they're both pretty. Texas is 24th. Pittsburgh's middle of the road. So offense, there's no advantage there, and they're not even that good, to be honest. Let's look at the pitchers. Well, we have Haney going out there, and Haney's just not that good a pitcher, let's be honest. 5 and 4, 5 and 3. Yeah, he had 1 in against Houston, sure, but 6 and 6, 7 and 4. I mean, he's up and down. He's more down than up. Let's put it that way. I'm not saying he's bad. He's serviceable. There we go. He does his job. So Domingo German is starting today for Pittsburgh because he is a reliever into a bullpen game. So he shot a pitch 1 inning, 2 innings, maybe 4 innings. Hell, we don't know how many he's going to pitch. That makes it fun. It's a bullpen game. And we know how good that Pittsburgh bullpen is. So that should tell you something there too. So let's pop over here. Let's start with Domingo. He has strikeouts. Now, back in 2023, yeah, I have nothing on this year so far for him, but he was striking out a ton of dudes when he was like a full-time dude. But yeah, today's strikeouts are 4.5. Are you expecting him to go that long? I'm not. 4.5, enough to get 4.5 strikeouts? That's crazy. Let's see if we got some history. Simeon, 375 home run, 1.1 OPS, and 16 at bats. That's pretty impressive, but there's not a single green in the last 10 or last 20. And Simeon is number 1 at 60%. So Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. I was going to pass this game completely, but I literally just said, why not? Let's do it. Over 1.5 HR. I just said I was going to lay bat and props off too, but you know what? Who cares? Let's have fun with it. It's baseball. Ooh, let's go. Because, yeah, if you've done that, yeah, why not? Hell, you might even hit a home run today. Who knows? So, let's go to Haney. Haney's history. He's got some history. This dude is 21. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Okay. Lefties, Pittsburgh, they're not that great against lefties. I mean, Bart is, but Bart did not come through yesterday. Bart failed me yesterday. You failed me, Bart. How dare you? Are you still... You're right here. You're still here. Do I give you a second chance? That's the question. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Can't get fooled again. That's right. So, yeah. No, I'm not going to get fooled again. Nope. Shall not do that. So, all right, let's look at some props for Haney. Hits, I mean, very up and down. He gives up hits for the whole season. 4.5, though. I don't trust Pittsburgh's bats that much. Let's be honest, I don't. Strikeouts, he's not a strikeout dude. Earned runs, yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't trust Pittsburgh's offense. Walks, I don't trust Pittsburgh's bats to not swing because Pittsburgh strikes out a ton usually. Right now, they're only 14th. They're doing better. Good job, Pittsburgh. Usually they're with the Boston, Seattles of the world, just down at the bottom. So, all right. So for this one, I'm not taking a side. I was going to pass the entire game, but I will take Z-Man over 1.5 HRR and just move on to the next game. All right, next up, Chicago, San Francisco. Minus 230 San Fran is. 7 is your total. We can see that the weather, we can actually look at weather this time. And let's drive down. There we go. San Fran. Pretty good. Wind blowing out 8, not bad. 58% based on what they've done. Yesterday's score was 4-1. How dare I take it under an over of 6.5? Of course it didn't hit, but whatever. We had fun. That's what we do. You can see 1.3 Chicago in the last 3 for runs is 30th with a $179 for 26. San Fran, 4.3, 286, that's 7 and second. So San Fran, yes, you are favored to win the game. Congratulations. You're both striking out a ton though. Today we have Logan Webb pitching. So I feel pretty good about a San Fran money line against lowly White Sox. And you see what he's done. He's been pretty good. And we got Crochet, Mr. Knit Sweater himself going out there. And I mean, is a dude ever going to pitch 5 innings again? I mean, seriously. He went 4 innings, he got pulled. He's just a long reliever at this point. Literally, he hasn't, since June 30th, in 2 months, he has not pitched more than 4 innings. So, that kind of makes it hard to bet some props on him, but we will try our best. Let's see. We want Mr. Crochet. Nothing against lefties. San Fran breaks. He might not even make it 4 innings because they might just drive him out the building because they love them some lefties in San Fran. Strikeouts, 5.5. San Fran is 25th. Yep, we're not going to take the under or the over in that one because I don't trust either side. Let's go over here to Mr. Webb. Okay. A lot of nothing. Literally not a lot of nothing. Against righties, Chicago's not good against either side of the template against anybody because it's Chicago. Oh, strikeouts, 5.5. Chicago's 27. Yes, please. Thank you. Webb over 5.5 Ks. I shall add that one. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be team total over for San Fran. Over whatever that number is. We'll see in a second because I think they're going to just tee off on Crochet today. Just think they will. Yeah, 5.5. Why? Yeah, they got 4, but that was April last year. He's gone over 46%, but he's facing a team who is striking out a ton at 10.7, 12 yesterday. 16th, yeah, I'll take that. I'll risk that. 5.5 strikeouts? Sure, why not? Hits, he's gotten better. Earned runs, gotten his last 4 games, he's been just cooking, been on fire. I don't care if you give up 5 runs today. Just get 5 or 6 strikeouts. That's all you got to do for me. You can do that. I have faith in you, buddy. Let's look at the props. Garcion and Fitzgerald, they're the only 2 that pops up. Oh, and I think, let's see how they do against lefties because I'm going to have a lot of plays today. I'm telling you right now, I'm loading the clip and we're going to unleash plays. I'm just feeling it. So, Crochet, history. Who am I looking at? I'm looking at Fitzgerald. 345 with a 992 OPS, which is almost one of the highest ones. Love that. And then on Carcion, 333, 7. Yeah, okay. I'm taking Fitzgerald. That's what we're going to do. Over 1.5 HR. Taking both. We're taking a lot of plays. So I think Fitzgerald will do well. Yeah, he's done pretty great recently. So, and then lastly, we got to look at it. We got to pop over here. We got to go team props and we got to go runs and say, oh, 4.5 is plus 124. Yep, I shall take that as well. Yep, we're taking those 3 plays. Webb over 5.5 strikeouts. San Fran team total over 4.5. Fitzgerald over 1.5 HRR. If I could parlay those 3 together, I don't know if it'll let me, but if I can, I will today. I'm going to have some plays. So there we go. Those 3 next game. Oh, and don't forget this. San Fran in the money line parlay. I can't forget that. So 4 plays on that whole game. Now we go to the next game. All right, next up we got Arizona and Miami. We can see Arizona is a pretty moderate favorite. 8.5 is the total. Let's look over at the weather. We see it's in a dome. It's in Miami. No worries. 51%. Nerfy, that's what they've done this year. Arizona, 6.3 for first, 206 for 22nd. How does that work out for offense? They're getting runs, but they're not doing well with the bats. Okay. Miami, 3.3, 270. That's 15th and 4th. They're getting all the average, but they're not getting the runs. This makes no sense at all. Weird game at all. So let's look at pitchers. We got Jordan Montgomery going out there for Arizona. You see what he's done. He has to face Miami recently. He's been up and down, more down than up. So, yeah. Munoz, lots of runs he gives up. What's the total? 8.5. I'm already liking it. Already. Yeah, already. Let's look a little closer at some props. See if we can solidify that over, because I'm liking that over so far. Let's go. High scores. Who are we on first? Jordan Montgomery. That works for me. Let's look at Montgomery's history. Ooh, we got some home runs given up. Burger's got a 2.0 and 6 at bats, 6.67. Burger, you on my list over here, buddy? Burger, there you. Ooh, Burger's not been good. He's only been 1 out of 5. He cooled off. The Burger sat out too long. It got cold. Oh, you need to put it. Oh, need to put it in the microwave. Heat it back up. Oh, that doesn't sound good. So, lefties. You can see Miami is. I mean, he's all right, but no one else is really a lot of red on the screen. Edwards is still 326 though. Yeah, okay. Hits 5.5. No, 2 up and down. Strikeouts. How about strikeouts? 9th and 10th. Yeah, so no shot. No shot. We're doing strikeouts. And then earn runs, walks, outs. Yeah, that's what? So, all right, let's look at Munoz. Let's look at his history. Nothing. Arizona versus righties. They're pretty good both sides of the plate. They're like Boston, just on the West Coast. Pretty good overall. He gives up a lot of hits. That's just what he does. That's how have you done that all season? You just give up a lot of hits, period. So yeah, today if we see something we like, we're taking it. We're not going to be like, I don't think so. No, we're taking them today. So Munoz over 4.5 hits. It's allowed. Yeah, we're not going to get on our mind today. We're going to just be focused on like, oh, looks good, take it. Impulsive shopping. Nothing goes wrong with that, right? Oh, this is going to be a fun day. I can already feel it. Oh, strikeouts is a no. Earned runs, 2.5. I feel better about 4. You getting 5 hits than 3 runs. That just makes more statistical sense. Okay, and then the bats were McCarthy, Carroll, Broad. Let's pop back over. Let's see how certain guys do against certain ones. Carroll, 235. That's not good enough for me. McCarthy, how you do, McCarthy? McCarthy. There you are, 284 with an 807. Not bad, but you're better against lefties. And then Jock. What up, Jock? How you doing? Peterson. There you are. 294, 963. Now, Jock might be a play. And Jock is 5 for 5, and he's just crushing. Yep, we're adding Jock. Peterson over 1.5 HRR. We're doing that. Peterson, that one right there. Oh, that green. That's beautiful. I like green. So we're going to take that. We're going to take Munoz over 4.5 hits allowed, which means we're leaning heavily towards Arizona just from those 2 plays. But Jordan Montgomery is not that good a pitcher, so we're not going to take him to parlay. So So far, we got Mets and Giants. That's all we have. So, Munoz, Peterson, 2 plays, next game. All right, next up, we got Minnesota, San Diego. San Diego's a slight favorite, 8.5 is the total. Look over here at the weather. We see it's going to be a pretty good day at Petco. Can't complain. Wind blowing out 9. That might help out a little bit with the over if you want to take that. 54% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. Both offenses pretty decent. 4.3, 4.7, a 7 and 5th in the last 3 for them. 248, 216, that's 9th and 16. But you see yesterday, Minnesota was a 371 for number 1 in baseball while getting 5 runs. But yet San Diego still got 7 runs yesterday at 294. So the offenses are both clicking. So that over of 8.5 might be in play. So let's look at pitchers. Simeon Woods is going out there, and you can see what he's done recently. He's had mostly pretty good games, except for this game against the Mets. Waldron, on the other hand, has had a rough go. 4 last 5. I mean, this has been terrible starts. So, yeah, just not good. So let's look at the props, see what we got here. Let's start with Waldron. Let's do Simeon Woods first. Let's do him. History, there is none, which is good for him. Righties, San Diego actually rakes against righties, so you can see all the green numbers. Even though the red is 300, 273, it's just gonna, San Diego loves righties just like San Fran loves lefties. So, okay. Strikeouts, 3.5. I mean, you just saw San Diego loves righties. You think he's gonna strike out 4 dudes? I don't know. So, yeah. This feels, I'm loving the over even more now because we have Waldron, who gives up a ton of runs to a team that just hit number 1 in average yesterday, and Woods Richardson going up a team that loves to smash righties. So, yeah, I like the way the matchups are unfolding because I don't like any of the props so far. Waldron, let's look at your history. Let me refresh. Google Chrome freezes sometimes. Love when that happens. There we go. Yep, no history. That's good for him. And not the best numbers, 340 there, Miranda, but as you can see, there's no Miranda prop. What do they know? Do they know something? Is he off today? That's weird. So, yeah, let's keep looking. So, but nothing really stands out. Look at the props. Hits, 4.5. I mean, that could be a play. That could be the move. Strikeouts, earn runs. I mean, look at that. Yeah, I'm not liking any of those. On the bats, we got Peralta, Merrill, Martin, Louis. We don't have history for either one of them. Let's look back at Waldron against righties. Who we want from Minnesota? We want Martin. 256 with a 681. That ain't good enough. Nah, fam. I need something better. Let's go against righties. Now who are we looking at? Peralta and Jackson. Jackson came through yesterday, so Louis is 317 with a 741. Jackson, Merrill is 317. Jackson might go in there, and Peralta's 263. Jackson did it yesterday. Can he do it again? I think he can, so I'm going to do it. Che, Merrill over 1.5, HRR. And I'm also taking the over 8.5. I've already decided. It just decided it shall be done. So we're taking those two. I'm not taking anything else. Yeah, so it is 8.5, right? Yep, over 8.5. Merrill over 1.5 HRR. Next game. Next up, we got Colorado and Washington. Washington's 155. The over/under is 8.5. Let's look at the weather, and we see it's going to be another nice day. 9 miles an hour wind blowing in. Looks like a little bit. So look at the bats. We see 60% Nerfy based on what they've done this year. 3 runs versus 2.7. That's 21st and 23rd. Ugh, don't like that. 221 to a $1.86. That's 15th and 24th. The offenses are just bottom 15. Slightest of advantage to Colorado. Slight. They won 2 in a row now. 19th versus 3 in strikeouts. Washington just doesn't strike out. They're very disciplined as a team. Looking closer into the pitchers, we got Mr. Gordon going out there with his smooth touchdown ERA over here. 7. And you can see he technically got roughed up a couple back here middle of July, but then August he settled in. He's been decent in his 3 games. So yeah, okay, you're getting better. Parker, on the other hand, no, dude. Yes, the last game 10 and 9. He almost had a double. He didn't. He came close. He was close. And 8 and 0. Yeah, 8. How do you 8 hits and no earned runs? What? How are you giving up that many hits to these teams? I don't get it. So let's look at the props. I'm sure there's some fun things to take. We're gonna start with Tanner Gordon first. Do boop boop. Nothing, no history. How's Colorado? How's Washington hit righties? You ask. Well, here you go. Some do great, like Garcia loves him some righties, and Call. I mean, I'm liking Call. Call's been a fun play. Are you on my list? Please tell me you're up here. I want to take you. So close. A lot of Rockies. Oh, that's a lot of Rockies. Okay. I want to take Call anyways. I don't care. We're having fun today. Call over 1.5 HR. We're doing it. I don't care. I like it because Call is just good. Garcia's okay, but that Call, the numbers are better. So, let's pop over here. You saw how many Rockies were in that list. Now we're about to see Mitchell Parker numbers. Oh, look at all the green. Rogers has 1 for 3 with a home run with a 1.6. Are you on my list? We got Doyle, Toglia, Rogers, Toglia walks. Oh yeah, I forgot I added walks to this. I just said, let me add walks because sometimes you get some crazy things like Toglia's walked 8 out of 10 games. Okay, plus 185. That might be a play. Does Parker walk a lot of people? Somewhat. Somebody does. Whole season? Somewhat. Okay. I think I like the... Yeah. Going... yep. Rogers already has a home run. But there's not much information. Let's see how they do against lefties. Rogers is 314, and he is the highest on the team. Nope. Yeah, of the ones that actually play, because Romo doesn't play. So, yep, I shall be taking Mr. Rogers here. BRODGERS over 1.5 HR, because why not? Why not? The numbers line up. The numbers, Mason, what do they mean? They mean take it. And, I'm not, okay, that's enough. Outside, let's go to Parker props himself. Let me make sure we look at these. Hits, he gives up hits. And Colorado seems to be doing pretty good. Yeah. Strikeouts. I'm not taking a strikeouts, no shots. Walks, could, but no, we'll pass on that one. Outs, very up and down. I think I like his hits. He's given up so many hits in his last 2 games. Look at those last 2 games, 8 and 10. 8 and 10. So, and we're just asking for what, 5? Yeah, okay, I'll take that. Thank you. Parker over 4.5 hits allowed. Yeah, 4.5. Yeah, I'll take that one. Thank you. All right, so for this one, I'm taking Call 1.5 HR, Rogers 1.5 HR, Parker 4.5 hits allowed. I told you we're gonna get a lot of plays today, so we're unloading the clip. I'm not gonna put either team in a money line parlay. I'm not taking a total. We're just gonna take those 3 and next game. Cleveland, New York, pass. No, I'm just kidding. But I did say yesterday, I said, what fun way can New York find to lose a game? And sure enough, they found it. They gave up like 6 runs in extra innings, not only to not win the game, but to also make me lose my under 9.5 because the Yankee bullpen is just abysmal. But hey, fun way to lose. 12th inning. Love that one. So, okay, today, Yankees, guess what? Big old favorite again with the 8 total right there. Oh, this game just makes me, the Yankees frustrate me. I'm not even a fan of them, but they just frustrate me. Weather. Let's look. You know, from here, it looks like their logo is like a red circle with a line across through it. Is that a sign? That might mean something. They might be off limits the whole season. But you can see the weather. Pretty good. Blowing out 11. Hey, there we go. Let's look at the bats. Let's see. 46% Nerfy. 3.3 versus 2.3. 15 versus 26. Advantage Cleveland. Not good. $170, $162. Both these teams are in the bottom 4 when it comes to average in the last 3 games. Now, I did this yesterday thinking, oh, I'll take the Nerfy. That's great. But then all of a sudden, bang, bang, home runs. Which, hey, that hit. I take that. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, hey, whatever. And strikeouts, you can see those 2. Cool. Whatever. We're not taking Nerfy. No. I might be done with Nerfy for the whole year. I'm getting so frustrated with Nerfies. They're just, yeah, so at least take a break. I don't know. Until I see one, I'm like, ooh, yes. So, I mean, the numbers look good. But Cleveland, both of them popped off a little bit yesterday. Let's look at the pitchers. We got Joey Cantillo going out there for Cleveland. You can see in his 2 games, well, 3 games he's pitched 3-3. He gives up 3 runs. That's what he's going to do. 3 runs. That's his thing. And the Nasty's going out there. We can see Nasty was Chicago, but it was 7 innings of nasty work, wasn't it? Before that, 9-6, nasty and a different type of nasty. So, ooh, all right. Let's look at the props. See if there's any of this garbage you want to sift through and find. There's got to be something in this landfill we can find to play, because this is just, Let's start with Joey. Joey, you got something for us? Nope. Yankees versus lefties. That's a lot of red. That's a whole lot of red. Soto's 288, Judge 304. There's some ones on there. Ooh, okay. Hits 4.5, strikeouts 4.5, earned runs 2.5, and walks is 2.5. Yeah, I'm passing all those. Sorry. Nothing against you, Joey, but no. Nasty, what you got for us? Got some history. Naylor's got a home run. Ramirez is 1 for 9. Ugh. Now watch, you bet the under in this, all of a sudden they become, it's like the All-Star game, and all of a sudden it's 15-7 in Mexico. Just dropping, just home run, home run, home run. Just watch. Against lefties. Cleveland's not that good against lefties. I mean, Jose is, but Jose's just good. So, and Quan is good. But outside of that, not so much. But look at the bats. Who we got? Soto and Judge walks. Oh, that's hilarious. They're both 7 out of 10. I bet if you parlay those, you get about a straight bet. Yeah, you probably do. You can have fun if you want to. I ain't touching it. So like I said, the first second of this play, I said pass, and it's going to stay a pass next game. All right, next up we got Cincinnati and Toronto. It's a pick 'em, 8.5. It's a dome. It's Toronto. No worries about weather. 48% Nerfy, what they've done this year. 3.3 versus 4.7. That's 15th and 5th. Advantage Toronto in the runs. 248, 260. 9th versus 7th. Very much no difference, but still Toronto advantage slightly. And you can see the trend line. Toronto is doing well in their last 2 games, trending up a little bit. Strikeouts are trending down for both teams. Pretty good. Let's look at some pitchers. We got Nick Martinez going out there. Technically a reliever, technically, but you can see he is anything but. He is actually a starter. I don't care what his title is. He is a starter now. So, 4, great start, great start. I mean, 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned. It could have been worse. It was KC. We know how KC is. Their offense is pretty good. So, and Yariel's going out there for Toronto, and you can see what he's done. His worst start in a while was his last one, and it was 4 hits and 4 earned. Okay, 3 home runs. So, I mean, I still think he's a pretty decent pitcher. So, I don't see any advantage on either side there or in the bats. So this is going to be up to props. Can the props show us anything good? 0 for 2 for France. That's all we see. Cincy. Ooh, that's a lot of red versus righties. That's a lot of red. And even 201. I mean, Ellie's the best. It's Ellie and everybody else. And maybe Fraley. Ooh, that ain't good. Okay, let's go over here. Let's see his real quick before we jump into the props themselves. Let me just pop over. A lot of O's, a lot of zeros. But Toronto does good against righties typically, except for Vladdy. Vladdy's better against lefties. But hey, it's a team game. 625 and only 16 at bats. I know it's only 16 at bats, but 625 is crazy. That's okay. So let's look at some props. Go Yariel. Hits 3.5. I mean, last game it was almost 3.5 home runs. So, I mean, come on. Strikeouts up and down. Earned runs are up and down. Walks are, there's nothing consistent. There's not anything consistent here. What are the strikeouts? Since he strikes out a little bit more than half, but nothing really crazy. Martinez up in hits is 5.5. Now, this is against Toronto. Toronto does do better against righties. We saw that as a team. 5.5 could be a play. That could be a play. Earned runs I wouldn't trust because he is still technically a reliever. So, but he's been promoted to a starter. His innings are going up now. We don't know how that's going to affect his. Maybe he gets a little more tired. I think I'm going to take this hit play. I think I like it. I'm going to take Martinez over 5.5 hits allowed. We just saw how Toronto hits righties. See all that green. Especially if Wagner's out there. Yeah, W. Wagner, more like Honus Wagner out there swinging that bat. 625. Ooh. Look at some props. We have Jimenez and Stevenson. What is Stevenson? Let's look at them too. Has Stevenson done anything cool recently? He is 245 against righties with a 746. Yeah, I'm not taking that. Sorry. And then Leo Jimenez. Let's look at his. Ooh, 211. He's one of the ones that he isn't that good against righties. Okay, cool. I got what I want. I got what I came here for. I went shopping. I found me some nice Martinez over 5.5 hits allowed, and we're just going to check out and move to the next game. All right, we got Philly and Atlanta. It's a pick 'em with a 7.5 total hanging on it. Along with the weather, it's looking pretty good. 5 miles an hour, nothing to worry about. 36% Nerfy. That's getting into Yerfy territory. Ooh. 15th and 3rd for 3.3 and 5.7. Advantage Atlanta. Big advantage in the runs. 253, 273. It's 8th and 3rd. No real advantage, but Atlanta's 3rd in both categories. That's crazy. The Braves haven't been this high all season. They are just, but they fell off last game. 3 runs, but 226. That was 15 and 16. But hey, averages are averages. That's what they are. So let's look at the pitchers. We got some Nola fried chicken today, guys. We got some Nola first. Nola's pretty decent. That's just what he is. He faced Atlanta down here on July 5th. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned. Okay, not bad. Mr. Fried, Mr. Freed, however you want to say it, I don't care. It has not been the best this month. He's been struggling 5.43, so I'm expecting him to give up at least 2. Keep the trend going, right? So, yeah, that's how it works. That's how betting works. That's how numbers work. They're just numbers. They don't control us. So, let's look at props. Let's start with Nola since we opened him first. Oh, that's a lot of green. I like that. I'll come back to that. There we go. Nola. Ooh, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, who we got? 250. Nobody has a 300 average, but they could hit some home runs. They're either hitting home runs or they're striking out. That's all they're doing here. Okay. And let's look first. Any Braves over here? Ozuna and Merrifield. Merrifield's a walks. Merrifield walks a lot, apparently. Plus 300 to get a walk when he's walked 7 out of 10 times. Walks is up there with steals, but walks is way more, you can do a walk. Okay. Let's look. Ozuna is 200 with 2 home runs at a 643. Can't do that one. No, and then Muto's on the other side. Okay. Let's look at props for him real quick for 5.5. He's given up a lot of hits recently. And Atlanta's 3rd in hits and average. I think I got to take it. Head to head, this is 7 time facing him in 2 seasons. That's wild. Yep. Well, Nola over 5.5 hits left. I got to do it. Look, you see that? I got to do it. So, we'll just look at head to head. Why not? We'll look at both head to head and last 10. He hasn't struck out as many. Head to head, though, he strikes out some Braves. But, earned runs, last 10, okay. Walks, last 10 walking a good bit. But head to head, he doesn't walk much. Okay. And outs. Ugh. He does not make it. He goes 6 innings, now he's done. He ain't working overtime. Not him. He ain't getting paid for that. He's salary. So, okay. Let's go to Freed. Let's see what you got going on. What you cooking up for us, man? Oh, Remuto, 3 home. Did I just say Remuto? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. 353, 3 homers, 1.0 against him. Against lefties, he's hitting 282. I think I like it right there. 5 out of 5, 7 out of 10. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I like that one. I like that a ton. Like that. Okay. What else we like? Schwarber has 10. Oh, this gets lefties. I was like, whoa. Oh, Harper's got 2 home runs with a 276. Turner's got 3 home runs and a 371. You have options galore here. Who do you want to take? Is Turner? Turner's right there. You could take Turner. You could take Harper's down here. Harper's, he's middle of the road. We got options. Turner's an option. They're both good. They're the same stats, basically. But Remuto's been better currently. But you know what? I'm taking Turner, too. I don't care. 45 HR. I'm doing both. I don't care. You can't stop me. Who are you? You can't stop me. Not today. Let's go back to Friday. Okay, let's look at some props before I forget. I already got 3 props. That's probably enough. But hey, we will look because the people want to see. People need to see these walks and see how much he walks people. A lot. So have fun. You can take what you want to take. Don't tell my plays. You saw what happened. I lost yesterday. But today, we're going to win a lot. I can feel it. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's hump day, my dudes. So, yeah. All right, cool. I got everything I like. That was a lot of plays. Nola, 5.5 hits allowed. Remuto over 1.5 HR. Turner over 1.5 HR. I'm not taking a side. Not doing that. Not taking a total. We're just taking those 3 props next game. All right, next up, Milwaukee, St. Louis. It's a pick-em with a 7.5. We look at the weather. We see pretty good day. Can't complain. 5 miles an hour. 53% nerfy. Milwaukee's on a 6-game winning streak. 2.3 versus 2.7. Both offenses are struggling to score runs. 26th and 23rd. 212, 237. That's 17th and 13th. Slight advantage St. Louis in both categories, but I mean, let's be honest, there's no real advantage at all. They're just both struggling offensively, and neither team strikes out. Good to know. Pitchers, we got Tobias going out there today. Mr. Myers, pretty good numbers, can't complain. And then we got Gibson going out here, not good number there. Man, yeah, I slightly lean Milwaukee in the pitcher there. Let's look at the props, see if anything stands out. So far, I'm not liking anything. Just be honest, I don't like it. We'll start with Myers first. History, Nootbaar has a home run. A lot of zeros, though. A lot of zeros. St. Louis versus, I mean, Burleson's okay. Wynn's okay. The rest are, okay. Strikeouts, neither team strikes out. We just saw that. Earned runs is hits are way too up and down. Earned runs are, we know the teams are struggling to score runs. The averages are mid. This is a mid game. So far, I'm going to pass. Let me just update you. I'm going to pass so far. Let's see if anything looks good. Anything at all. Sanchez has 2 home runs, but he's only batting 200. What am I going to do with that? 385 for Mr. Man here. Are you on this list? Because you might... the best number is 60%. Yeah. I mean, you do okay, but... How are you doing against righties? You're only 270 against righties. I say only 270, but look at your team. You're in the middle of the pack. You should be like 300. And yeah, and you're only done it 6 out of 10 times. Oops. Oh, that's right. I don't want to go that deep into it. 6 out of 10, 3 out of 5. I'm not feeling that at all. Let's look at the props. Strikeouts. Neither team striking out. Gibson strikeouts play is usually a popular play when he pitches, but not for me today. Earned runs, walks, outs. I'm not feeling none of that. Ugh. Okay. Maybe Adams. Maybe if I had to pick anything, I would pick this. I'm just gonna say it. I'd pick that. But I don't like it enough to actually play it. My gut's not saying take it. My gut's saying, ugh, don't do it. So for me, I'm just going to pass completely on this game. Let's move on to the next one. All right. We have Detroit being shady again with their pitchers. Another day in a row they're doing it. They're not listing a pitcher, so we can't make any plays on them. Chicago is somehow favored, even though we don't know who's pitching. 160. 6.5 is a total. I guess if you ain't got a pitcher, it's pretty hard to do anything. So let's look. I'll show what I can, though, just like usual. Let's see. Chicago, winds blowing in 8 miles an hour for the wind people. Windy. Let's see, 50% nerfy, 2.7 versus 2.0. They're both 23rd and 28th in runs. Kind of struggling to score runs. Averages 262 versus 159. Detroit's average is way higher. Chicago's struggling. They're 29th. That ain't good. So you got to give Detroit the advantage in offense right now. Just have to, even though they're striking out a bunch at 11.3 for 28 and 14 times yesterday, which was worst. Let's look at the pitcher because we might be able to play something. Because we have a Chicago pitcher and we have Detroit statistical offenses. Let's see if we can craft up something. And then we see he gives up runs. A lot. Italian's not been too good in the last 4 games. I mean, this one was okay against St. Louis. But, okay, let's go over here. This is typically a pass, but unless some prop stands out, I'm like, ooh, we'll see. First off, we want a history. Carpenter's got a home run. Baez has a home run. Baez is batting .545 and 11 at bats. I know it's only 11 at bats, but still, that's what, 6 out of 11. Okay. Oh, I forgot. No one's even green. Nothing. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for Baez. Baez is not anywhere on my list. Why? Is he not? Oh, he's on there for home runs and bases. What am I going to do with that? I need more than that. Okay. All right. Whatever. Okay. So there's somebody you could take if you can get a prop, because I'm not finding one, but it's early in the morning. So later throughout the day, sure, maybe. Against righties, you can see the numbers aren't too good. So let's look at the strikeouts. His props. He's starting to trend down a little bit. You see that? Starting to get some more unders in there. He was getting 6 easily. Now 6 is becoming the goal. It's like, I don't like that. Strikeouts, 5-game stretch of only 3 or 4 is not good. I know Detroit's striking out a ton. It's only 5.5. He got 6 when he faced him last year. The whole season, he's only gotten 6 29% of the time. 6 out of 21 stars. Nah, fam, pass on that all day. Hits, I can't do that. Earn runs, walks. I mean, walks is okay. 33%. Yeah, I'm not feeling none of it. The bats, there's not any good bats in this one. We don't even have a pitcher listed. I can't pass on the whole thing. Next game. All right, we got LA and KC. KC's minus 175, 10.5 is your total. And the pitchers going out there I didn't think I was gonna see again, but I'm kind of glad to see they made it way back. But first, the weather. KC, nice day, 8 miles an hour, cool. Bats, 51% nerfy, 4.3 versus 6. That's 7 in second. So both bats are still scoring runs pretty good. 208 and 321. KC first, Angels 19th, but they did get 314 yesterday, which got their trend up. So, and Angels are striking out a ton still. It happens. So, yeah, there you go. But for pitchers, Johnny Cueto is back. He hasn't pitched this year. These are all 2023. He's not on the Marlins. He's on the Angels. And even ESPN hasn't updated anything yet. So they signed him a while ago. So I remember when they signed him, I was like, huh? I saw that signing. But hey, good for him. He's back. I liked him the whole time. Yeah, so we have nothing to look at. I mean, yeah, there you go. He's pitching. We know who he is, so he was good enough to be known. So Lorenzen is going out there for KC today, and he's been pretty good since acquired. So this should be a fun matchup overall. So let's see if we can do any props. I don't have anything for Cueto, obviously. So let's do, oops. Google Chrome keeps freezing on me. Of course, I have like 30 tabs open because I have stuff everywhere. So it happens. There we go. Lorenzen history. Moniak has a home run. Not enough average, but that's all you have is a home run. Like, what, you're 2 for 12? Yeah, that's terrible. Ugh. And against righties, a lot of red. Doesn't help any. Let's look at the bats. Who do we have? We have Massey and Furman. That's the 2 names I would. If you gave me like a bunch of chances, I would not have picked these 2 to show up. I would have picked Perez and Witt and all of them. Like, Witt's right there. He's 6 out of 10, and he's 6 out of 10 on walks too. Interesting. So we don't have anything for Cueto, obviously. So let's look at props for Lorenzen. Okay. Strikeouts, very up and down. Hits, earned runs. This is not looking good. I mean, yeah, it's not looking good at all. And I don't like any of the bats. I mean, I took KC team total once. KC did not do well yesterday. They lost 9-5. What's the over-under? 10.5 with Lorenzen and him pitching. I can't do it. I can't do it. I think I'm just going to say KC. What's the money line? 175. Yeah, all I'm going to do is say KC money line this one. KC money line. Put him in the money line parlay, obviously. And we'll leave everything else alone because I don't know how Cueto's going to do. I don't think he'll do good, to be honest. There's a reason why he just now got picked up. But I think Lorenzen will be good enough. I think KC's good enough to get the win. No props, nothing else. KC money line, next game. All right, next up we got Tampa and Oakland. Tampa's a slight favorite, 7.5 is the total. Looking over at the weather, we can see it's going to be a good day. It's just a good day everywhere for baseball today. Wind blowing out 9 miles an hour. Can't complain. The 17 fans there will appreciate that. So, looking at the numbers, 49% nerfy based on what they've done this year. Offense is not good in this game. 3 runs versus 1.7. That's 21st and 29th. Advanced Tampa. Batting average, 155 versus 185. That's 30th and 25th. Advantage Oakland. That is just terrible. And the trend lines are all going down. I mean, yesterday's game was 1-0. It's just, okay. Yeah, so well, I really don't want to take a nerfy. I really don't. But I mean, I feel good with the nerf. Pepio, it's done. Yeah, right, Mr. Ryan, you were good with the nerfy. And Spence is going out. Spence might make a little bit of a sweat. But the offense is so bad right now. So bad. And if we look at some props, let's start with Spence. See the history. There's no history. A lot of zeros. Tampa versus righties is Not good. The best number is 259 on the whole screen. That ain't good. We go over here. A lot of zeros, a lot of nothing. Oakland versus righties. The highest number on the screen is 276 from McCann, but outside of that, it's just not that good. Let's look at props because I think I gotta do it. I gotta take a nerfy. I don't want to, but I think I am. Yep, pretty good info. Nothing there. Strikeouts, very up and down. Hits, earned runs, walks. Nothing looks good. Let's go to Spence. Look at his props. 4.5 against these offenses. Are you kidding me? I can't. Yeah, it's like, no, he's not even striking people out either. Oh, I can't. And then we got Zach and Josh here. Stolen bases, Josh. He didn't hit it yesterday. Or maybe he did hit it yesterday. It's still 70%. Huh. Okay. And then, yeah. So for me, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the nerfy. You see, this is why I'm taking the nerfy. And the pitches are decent. We don't have a Judge Soto out there, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. So we're taking the nerfy, 6 outs. Nothing could go wrong with that. You know what? The nerfy is going to hit. I guarantee it. Next game. All right, last game, best game. Well, maybe. Just last game. LA, Seattle, Dodgers, -180, 7.5. Looking at the weather like usual. See, it's pretty good. Wind blowing out, 8 miles an hour. Again, another great day for baseball. We see 36% nerfy based on what they've done this year. 4.3 runs, 3.7 runs. That's 7 and 13th. Advantage goes to Seattle. 230, 240. That's 14th and 12th. There's no advantage really, but if you want to pick one, Dodgers. Both teams are 14th in strikeouts at 8 a game, so there's no real lean either way when it comes to the bats here. Looking at the pitchers, we have Logan Gilbert going out there, who, outside of this game against Boston, is pretty good. Can't complain. And then Jack Flaherty, in his games, he's been okay. He had a great game, first one against Oakland, but Milwaukee got him a little bit, just a little. So you see what he's done. So we got 2 pretty decent pitchers going out there. So far, I don't have a side. Nothing. Let's go Flaherty. History, a lot of red for old Seattle. Turner's 176. That ain't good. 17 at bats. And against righties, Seattle is just a bunch of 2s, some 1s. 280 is your best number. Ugh, not that good. Strikeouts, it's up and down. Nothing, not enough green for me. Not enough green. Not enough green. Not enough green. And that's consistency, but I mean, look how many times he's missed in the 5th. He's been 5.5, 5.2, 5.2, 5.2, 5.25, 6.66. That's no. that's a no. That's a no shot. Can't do it. Let's go to Gilbert. Let's look at the history with Gilbert. There we go. Point and click. Nothing. Got some home runs, few at bats. Hernandez, Hayward. Yeah, okay. Ohtani's only 231. Wow. Okay. Against righties, we see Ohtani does pretty good. Rojas does good. Freeman does good. Mookie does good. That's the usual suspects. Nothing stands out. Outs, I mean, he's up and down, but he's a lot. He's, 17 and a half, 6 innings, probably. Unless the Dodgers tee off on him, maybe. Strikeouts are pretty good, but neither team's striking out much, right? Yeah, 14th, the middle of the road strikeouts. I really don't want to do that. Hits, earned runs, walks. Let's go to bats. We got Rojas and Randy walks. Okay. Randy for walks. That's a fun one. Right? And Rojas, how's Rojas doing against? Let's just pop over to one real quick. See, Rojas is 294 with a 728 OPS. And against Gilbert, he is over 2. So now we'll leave him alone. I personally, the pitchers are both equal to me. I mean, say equal, they're both pretty good. The bats you see are pretty equal. I didn't like any of the props stood out. I think this last game is going to be a pass and was called a day right there. All right, that's it. All 15 games broken down. A lot of plays taken. We didn't have a pass until like game 7 or 8 because it was New York, and we will pass on the Yankees as much as we need to because, outside of that, some of the night games just tailed off. This is the middle of the pack, early day games. Those are the ones that had a lot of potential for me. So a lot of plays. The only money line parlay I had was Mets, Giants, Royals. That's the money line parlay. But the rest of it, a lot of plays, a lot of props. Yeah, why not? We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a day out there. So drop what you're playing in the comments. I want to tail some more. I am dumping the bankroll today on stuff. And if I tail it, I'll say, I like this, I'm tailing it. And if you hit it, we hit it, I'll highlight it tomorrow, because I like highlighting these winners, because winners are great around here. The more we win as a team, the better we are overall. So we got to build those bankrolls for the football, basketball, table tennis. They're all coming up soon. So, so drop those, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. And we'll be back tomorrow to talk about how green we were. Peace.